Yeah.
Hi, everybody. It's Christy Forsyth with Clarity.
And psychic medium Christopher Scott Stilson.
And we are live at Namaste.
Yeah, Namaste.
In the sauna.
Yes.
The infrared sauna.
Oh, yes. And it feels really, really nice.
Yeah. Well,
Really
it's a little warm now, but it's nice. It's good. It's good for us.
Yeah.
It's releasing toxins, so we'll give people a chance to jump on. Hi, Erin. Thanks for watching. Say hi. Let us know if you're watching live or on the replay. See some people hopping on.
Yeah. You guys like this?
Yeah. See, so we're in the sauna. Chris is like constantly trying to make up reasons to get me naked. So here
you
we
tell
are
everybody
again.
that.
Here we are again.
Yeah.
In minimal clothing.
Yeah. Literally. Just how
Not really. Not really. But really, why we're here is, well, we like to do fun stuff. We like to detox, but we also thought that we would talk today about not sweating the small stuff. If you guys have ever seen or read that book, I love that book. I think it's great. It came out a long time ago now. I think it's pretty old. But not sweating the small stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you know, not letting those little things in life get you down, make you upset, control your mind.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, there's so many different ways you can release, I should say, on how you feel during situations. Like on the way here, I was running behind. Obviously, that's why we are late in the video.
It wasn't my fault that we were late today. That's a first.
No, it was my fault. I had to do some paperwork and stuff, and I was running behind. But, like, coming here, I was just, like, asking Spirit to, like, get me here so we can start the video, so I'm not late. And when it comes to that stuff, usually people, like, get anxiety. They're like, oh, God, I'm running late. I have to get going, blah, 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 blah. And they start, like, you know, really getting into a panic attack or, like, a mode where you feel like you're not happy or stable. And I was just like, you know what, Spirit, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Just keep pushing me there.
It's gonna be what it's gonna be. And sometimes, I mean, you can't really, short of, you know, driving really, really fast, get yourself here that much quicker, right? So you kind of have to accept it for what it is. So I think that's the first thing is accepting it for it is what it is, you know, and allowing it to be. If the situation is what it is and you can't do anything to change it, you really have to work on releasing that and letting that go, because otherwise you're just taking on all of this anxiety, taking on all of this stuff that you don't need.
Yeah, and I feel like I tell everybody all the time, things are going to happen the way they're supposed to be, the way that they're supposed to be planned out. So there is no need to, like, sweat anything at all, because it's just gonna go in the direction it's supposed to go in. Don't even worry about it, you know?
Right.
And if you're trying to do something in life, don't keep, like, repeating in your head thinking these negative things or, like, situations that are going to occur. Just think, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
Exactly. Know? How many times... Oh, let me just... I'm a little sweaty.
Let me just...
I've been in here a little while in my defense, okay? I've been here...
Hold on, let me help myself.
In the sauna about a half... Yeah, make yourself look sweaty.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just do this.
So, you know, I don't even remember what I was going to say. Oh, how many times in your life have you been upset about something and looked back on it later and gone, wow, that was really stupid. Like, why was I even upset about that? I don't even understand.
Yeah, like, you guys know what cringing is? I do this myself all the time. Like, I'll look back on something that was so, like, pathetic that I shouldn't have even, you know, dealt with, and I'm just like, oh, like, my attitude and how I was. You know, you start cringing on your own crap.
Yeah, and so you look back, and so I think a lot of times the point is that when you look back on it, it's not that important, and can we remember that in that moment? Like, it's probably not going to be that important later on in your life. So can you choose to try to release that, to not let that control you? Because what we're talking about here is not letting that stress, not letting that worry be in charge of who you are. I always say don't let anxiety drive your car, right?
Yes, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I always tell people, don't let anxiety and depression control you. You in control anxiety and depression. You know, you are in control of everything, you guys. That's the thing, is that our lives, we are in control of everything that we have to do, and sweating the small things is just those little bumps in the road that we're going to trip and fall on, but we have to get back up, dust ourselves off, and move forward. You know, we don't have to, like, look back on it or ponder it all the time thinking, why did that happen, what's going to happen next, so on and so forth. You know, it's not good mentally, spiritually, and physically, too, because you physical pains from all that stuff too.
Right, it's just a lot on the body and a lot for the body to process. So the sooner that you can let it go, the better.
Yeah.
You know? And the sooner that you can make that decision, because I think that's part of it too, is really making that choice. And I don't know about you guys, but like if I get myself in a mood where I'm grumpy and I'm just kind of stuck in stuff, sometimes I kind of choose to stay there for a little while. Just because I'm like, no, I don't.
Give yourself a little time out.
I'm just going to take a little time to like pout and be in this, right? But really, like, we don't want to do that. We really, as quickly as possible, want to try to not stay in that energy. Mm-hmm. So you want to figure out things that can pull you out of that energy.
Yeah. Like with me, some of my friends think I'm bipolar. And I'm not bipolar. But like, when a situation happens, I get like, that makes me angry. Mm-hmm. I'll start flipping out and yelling. And I'm like, oh my God. And then, like, literally 10 minutes later, I'm just like, so what do you guys want to do? And they're just like, I'm just like, there's nothing really, it's just, I get mad and I have to let something out. And then after I let it out, I'm good. Like, let me just express it, and then I'm fine. But literally, I can't hold on to anger or anything. I think it's just my spiritual side saying, Chris, there's no need for it. There's no need to be angry and bitter all the time.
Right.
You know?
Right. And sometimes I have to kind of walk away. I'm a little different in that way. I have to walk away and process it a little bit, mm-hmm. and then come back to it. Because sometimes I just have to like figure out even what I'm feeling or what I have going on. But I try to keep that short so that I'm not staying in that. So that I'm processing, what do I need to figure out here? And then I'm moving on so that I'm not staying in that, right?
Yeah.
Just like you express it, and I do that, and so then I can express it, and then we can move on.
Yeah, and then going back to one of our old videos, too, how we discussed certain things in our life that can trigger happiness in our lives. You were talking about lights, like mm-hmm. twinkling lights. So when you guys get in like these, where you feel like you're sweating the small things, why don't you go find something you can release it on? You know, go look at some lights. Go do something that can trigger some happiness. Always think of joyful things when you do get angry or upset, or you're sweating something, just to kind of release that, you know. A lot of people don't see that. A lot of people hold on to things forever, and I always tell people that's not good for your soul. You're not allowing your soul to grow as a person. You're not allowing
heavy.
Oh yeah,
it stays in your energy field, it stays in your aura, and you really want to release that.
Yeah. And then cleaning it out during Reiki, that's yeah, you're like holding a ton of bricks in your hands, like throwing it. Like, here we go. So
if you feel like you have been holding on to a lot of stuff, energy work is a really great way to release that in a relatively quick way. Mm-hmm. Just a way to kind of purge a bunch of that is another way to do that. Geez, I don't feel like I'm sweating small stuff here.
What do you mean?
It's hot.
She's just sweating, guys. She's sweating.
I've been in here like a half hour.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying.
She's like, Christopher. I'm like, I was in here forever. I'm pouring out sweat. You guys see this? Look at Chris. He's not even sweating. Actually, I really don't sweat much. It's really sad.
Yeah.
I can literally like be in a sweatshirt in the summertime and not even like.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I'm just a weirdo.
You know, so back to our discussion. So I think that you have to do things like Chris was saying to raise your vibration is what I call it. You know? So do those things that kind of just brings you a little bit of joy. So hang out with somebody that makes you smile and that you have fun with, or play some music that's really nice, or go for a walk, go for a hike, anything that just makes you feel joyful. I would love to hear from you guys what you love to do, what helps to bring you into a higher vibrational place. I know you like to watch a lot of YouTube videos.
I do. I like to watch funny YouTube videos, just because there's some people out there that do some random crap, and when it gets to me, when I get in a mood, so when I was actually suffering from depression, you know, sweating the small things of just life, period, I had to cope myself into doing something else to get my mind off that stuff.
Right.
And with YouTube videos, there's a lot of random stuff that you can just type in, and they're right there. And there's a thing called the YouTube hole where you fall down and you're just going through all these videos and just laughing because they're just random crap. So
Did you ever
I
watch
do
Cats Scared of Cucumbers?
Yes. Yeah, I do love that. And then like another thing too is I sage everything. Like whenever I feel like something's down or I feel like a vibration's down, people just look at me and I am with my sage and just burning it around me and burning around whoever I'm around, saying this is not my energy. You all need to get something.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So you can get some sage to burn. You can make yourself some sage spray with some essential oil and water. You can mix that and then you can spray that, and that will help to clear and release the energy. I was just having a conversation with somebody a little while ago, like spray that at your workplace. You know? Not everybody's workspace feels like a good vibration, you know? There might be a lot of people who are sweating the small stuff at your workspace or in your home or wherever.
I used to spray Megan with it all the time. Like, she'd walk into work and be like, Megan, like, you
right
need
in the
this.
face.
You need this. Swallow it.
Poor
you know.
Megan.
I love Megan, but there's things that, like, she's crazy. I do love her, but sometimes I think it's just, we're all human. And sometimes, even with me, I get emotional, she gets emotional. Sometimes when you're working, you bring that baggage to work.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? And sometimes I just
We've
look
all
at her.
had shitty energy, right?
Oh my god, yeah. Like, there's some times where I feel like it's literally time to throw in the rag, and I'm not doing it right now, obviously, because there's nothing underneath these rags. But
that's all he's got on, folks.
Yeah, that's all I got on. But I want to throw the rag in, and then when I go to bed, I think about what happened, or what the situation was, or like what came about that day, or what happened to even start the situation that I was sweating, and I laugh about it because I'm just like, why was I so upset all day long because that one thing? And that's another thing. People get so upset over one thing and their whole day's ruined.
Yeah.
It just happened, you guys. Let this shit go, you know? Yeah. And kind of just think, like, okay, you woke up, you spilled a cup of coffee. That doesn't ruin your whole goddamn day. That ruins just that moment in your day that a negative thing happened.
And maybe your carpet. But
your carpet,
okay.
yeah.
It's okay. You know, don't sweat it. Yeah.
I mean, they're shampooers, you know?
There are solutions for these things.
Yeah, resolve.
Yeah, yeah. And it's not going to ruin your life. And so I think what you're talking about is like that decision to not allow it.
Yeah, definitely.
Like letting, because I find that when you're not sweating the small stuff, it's that choice, that little thing in your mind just clicks, and you're like, you know what? I'm not going to allow that to be in charge of me. I'm not going to allow that to set the tone for my day, to ruin my day, to whatever. Mm-hmm.
And the thing though is people can rewire their brains too. Mm-hmm. So like, if you guys learn to rewire your brains into thinking those kind of things, into a positive atmosphere in yourself, you can rewire it to when those negative things happen, your brain just clicks going, it's nothing. It's fine. Yeah. You know, and I think that's what happened to me. I could trip and fall.
You just learn to be like so much more mellow that way, because your brain literally does it creates new pathways, and so those are the pathways that the thoughts follow. Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering if we have questions right now. Do you guys have questions, comments? I see a lot of people are on and watching. Thank you guys for watching. Let's see. Oh, what did I do? How do I do that?
It's all your sweat. It's your sweaty fingers.
I can't even touch my phone right now.
It's her sweaty fingers. Oh yeah, becoming one with nature too. Yes. You know, that's one thing that's really good. Is just like sometimes I hug a tree.
That's huge for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I just hug a tree. Like I'm just like, okay, I'm in a bad mood. Let me just hug a tree.
Yeah.
You know.
That really works.
Yeah, I mean, and because of the energy. Because actually, did you see that post that said that it's been a proven study that nature grounds you, like through the vibrations and stuff? Guys, go check that out too. It's on Facebook somewhere. It's actually a article saying how nature does ground you. Yeah. Purging is a spiritual way.
Absolutely it is, yeah.
You guys have anything else, you guys? Anything you guys want to ask us while we're sitting here in towels and just wondering what the hell we're doing? Do you have undies on?
Do you have undies on under those towels? That would be my mom. Yeah. Well, once again, I do.
I don't. I don't wear underwear, you guys. Hashtag free the underwear, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you suggest?
About what?
I think, Liz, maybe the full comment didn't come through.
Yeah, all we got was, what do you suggest?
I can't read it.
Dealing with coworkers who don't get along with.
Will you spray them with sage?
Yeah, you spray them right in the face with sage. You just walk up to them and be like, you know, kind of like a sideways, you know, and then just spray them. I think the best way to do that is just, I always tell people, when people are negative around you, just send them light. Yeah. You know, you don't have to deal with people in a negative way or a negative manner. You just have to be polite to them. Just say, I'm here and I'm being polite, and if you want to keep being negative, you can distance yourself and just keep loving other people. That's what I tell people all the time.
Yeah, and I always think, surround yourself in that light before you go to work, and do something that is is intentional in terms of clearing your energy when you leave work. So you could even spray yourself seriously with a sage spray or something, or just even set the intention that when you leave work that you're leaving that energy there, and it should help a little bit so you're not as impacted by that.
Yeah, brush yourself off. Like, just like comb out your hair, kind of brush yourself off this way.
Like, I always call it dry bathing, right? And just connection off, connection off, connection off, and release that energy, because you don't need to carry that with you.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
You look a little warm, Christy. Yeah, I am, Lori. I'm very warm.
I'm okay.
See, understand that my office, for whatever reason, the AC wasn't working today in there.
I was there the other day, and it was like really hot.
So hot. Yeah. So it was like sauna to sauna.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm a little hot.
One person said, what does sage actually do?
Sage actually cleanses and purifies. It actually kills germs.
Yeah.
Too. So it does a lot for the air, even if just in terms of trying to like keep sickness and colds out. And so we're moving into winter eventually soon, and so it's a really great thing to use. I like to use it weekly in my house. Sage.
I sage every day, and it's because I do my readings there. So I'll sage in the morning and then I'll sage at night.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just to kind of cleanse the air, and then whenever I feel like I need it, I'll just sage myself and stuff. But there's people that walk inside my house and be like, it feels so calm and so peaceful in here. I'm just like, I sage.
Because it clears negativity. It clears away negative energy. And so it's just going to feel good. And if you sage and you don't tell anybody in your house, they're still going to feel it. My kids are amazing at, if I haven't saged or if it's in between the weeks it needs to happen, they're pretty good at going, Mom, I think you need to sage today. Usually it's when I'm in a crappy mood. But
my fiance does that.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't tell me to sage. He pretty much just to go tell me to take a shower because water calms me too. And like, whenever he sees me getting a little aggravated or whatever, he's like, you need to go wash yourself off. Like, he just says, go do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Release it. And that's the point, is this is stuff. Negative energy isn't something that is naturally a part of you. Sweating the small stuff isn't naturally a part of who you are. And so the more quickly you can work on releasing that and letting that go, the better off you're going to be.
Definitely. And learning just to not cope with the situation, because coping with a situation I feel is actually a negative thing, because you're just learning how to cope with what's going on in your life and kind of dealing with it.
Yeah, good point.
You need to figure out, like, what you can do to change the situation to make yourself happier or to get out of a negative situation for yourself. I feel like a lot of people use excuses as a really big thing, and that's what causes other people to sweat the small stuff too, because you're using all these excuses and it just keeps on building up. You know, there's people that just say, I can't do this because this will happen and that will happen, and I'm just like, you can do it, you just don't want this to happen and that to happen. But that doesn't actually mean that is the outcome.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So it's also, I think, part of what you're saying is challenging yourself to do the things that scare you. Because every time you do that, you are training your brain that it's okay and that it's going to be more comfortable. For me, public speaking was always a huge fear for me. And I always would get nervous. I would not take college courses because I knew that there would be a speech at the end of the class. And now I make videos like this one with Chris, and I hold my own motivational speaking event, and because I force myself every step of the way to push myself out of my comfort zone. So sometimes not sweating the small stuff is a matter of pushing yourself out of your comfort zone so that it no longer is in charge of you.
Definitely. There's a quote, I think. I can't remember who it's by, but it's like, there's nothing to fear but fear itself. Yeah. You remember who that's by? I can't remember that.
I'm not sure.
I can't remember. Insert whoever it's by right here. So, I don't know.
Christopher Scott Stilson.
New, yeah. There we go. Anybody else have it? Yeah, let me just throw that out there.
I'm sure no one will notice.
Yeah, someone comes and sues me.
Anything else before we wrap up? I think it's almost time for closing, so.
Yes. And remember, you guys, we're at Namaste right now.
Yeah,
and it's
we love Namaste. You come here to Namaste too, right? What do you do here at Namaste?
I love the foot detox.
Uh-huh.
The foot detox is my favorite thing. I got a massage here once, and that was absolutely amazing. And a facial. The facials are really nice, too.
I love the facials. It's all very spa-like here. Oh, yeah. I come here a couple of times a week, and I do the new Bar Flow class with Kim Maloney, and it's amazing. She's the owner, and it's my favorite new class. I love it.
Yeah, so you guys should check it out.
Yeah, well, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will be back soon with another video. Maybe in clothes, maybe not. You never know.
Who knows? Maybe we will jump on an airplane naked next time. Who knows?
Well, Chris can do that. Bye, guys.